Another problem that we might run into is the student who anxiously is rereading. There are many different reasons that people may reread. They can reread because they're afraid that they didn't, get the content. Their anxiety drives them to experience some distraction. They could get intrusive thoughts as they're going along and reading. They can be worried about certain things. My stomach's hurting, I'm feeling afraid, and they get distracted that way. But there are a lot of reasons that people read a line of text and then repeat reading. And in the end, what that can do, of course, is end up causing a lot longer time for reading. In other words, like the processing time, the time that it takes for a child to read something, and also that can impact our retention and our ability to comprehend, or our reading comprehension scores and that. So one of the things we want to do is teach kids how to not reread. So we have a little, very simple little instrument that we use, which is a 3x5 card or a bigger card with a little hole that is cut out of the middle of it. And they use it to track their reading. At first, we just practice with reading things that are not of particular importance. In other words, not really homework material, just things of interest. And as we go along, we stay on the line, and although we could have the urge to go back and reread, we can continue to track. At that point, we don't work on the speed a great deal. We just work on not rereading or going back. And then we start working on the speed in terms of how frequently then we push the card along the page and continue to work on the confidence that we have in the material. And then over time, the next step that we do is we stop using that particular card and we use a card that just covers up the top part of our reading and continues to have us track. Ultimately, we're going to end up using our finger to track each line, and then we've increased our speed quite a bit, and most kids can fade away from that. But rereading is something that can be trained and improved quite a bit.